Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome to some more 64. I've kind of built another array here. Basically, we have a couple of the storage boxes in here. We have the inserters on one side, the destabilizers on the other side, kind of covers the entire 5 block here. A bunch of and interest P things here, a couple of pumps in the middle, and stuff like that. So basically, if I do this, and these guys currently are at 0 meters, and you'll watch them, they start digging rather quickly. We're still getting a couple of green guys out of there, um, and just trying to do that. So this one up here is still kind of going, not nearly as fast. And then these guys, probably because they ran out of stuff here, and this one kind of works, but it has more. This one's a little bit more optimized to take effect of as much as I can. And if I wanted to, I could kind of build another one down here and just kind of keep it going down. But we're already at 500 there. This guy's kind of been running for a little while. It is, where are you? That's at 15. That one's at 1,000. So we're doing all right with those. And then over here, I fed this guy. I put a silo in the middle, and all of these are just getting fed and burning off the orange stuff. Because this guy's already to orange. I was running into an issue where the Charnite, I didn't have enough of it. Um, so we're just going to go ahead and be able to turn this thing on. Probably need to do something similar with these guys. So we probably can do, let me see, let me get this guy here, and I'll hit Q here. I'm gonna get rid of that guy, get rid of these guys like this, right? Q here like this, right? And then we will go to back. 1, 2, 3. And those are off a little bit. It'll be alright. I'll be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get this guy here. And what we'll do is once if we're like, oh, we need like obviously this stuff makes purple. These guys make orange, or the orange ones, right? So if we're like, oh, we're a little bit low on those, we just go like this, and we go like this, and then it makes us a bunch of it. So that way, basically, until these guys run out of fuel to kind of to process that, we will get a lot of the resources back out. Now, obviously, we need a lot more of the Charnite because that stuff needs it. But this thing's it's going along well. We're already up to it. Yeah, there's 11, 12. There's 12. That guy's right behind it at 12 there too. So we're digging fairly quickly there. I have no doubt it's gonna. Oh, this guy ran out. There you go. It gets you a little bit more there. So, and the reason kind of this one got built was because that way I can get those pumps out and kind of get it running a little bit better. I guess technically I could have run the pump down here because these guys technically don't need that. If I wanted to, let me do this, because if I do this, I do, oh, that's going to be a mess. Alright, so if I actually put this guy there, those will eventually get cleaned out. Alright, so I actually want to put this guy down here like this, right? We'll put another one of these guys here like this, right? And then we will put the pump station down here. Because if I do it like that, those guys will still fire those pumps. This will all be good there. And then we get 2 pump stations there, so it should build even faster. So a little bit more cooling to those guys, and that will allow them to build even faster. And then the reason I kind of put the stuff in the center was to keep them from building stuff in here, because depending on where I put the gem destabilizers and stuff, you need those in there, and it's it's a bit much. But technically, at that point, I could just take this entire thing, spin it around on the other side, and then once I do that, we could have a continuation of it, right? So we can build us another one down here. So we just need to get a little bit more, because some of these start getting more and more expensive as you get more and more of them. This thing could all probably be cleaned up here. I don't really need it anymore. I think this is gonna produce more than this could. You can see how quickly it's ripping through it, and each one of these should be giving us a green. And then really all we have to do is go back in, and every once in a while, whenever these things pop up, we just give them a little tickle. Be all right. Yeah. So if I actually, yeah. So there he is. He expired. Give him a little bit more. Yep. And then you just basically just click on those and keep them going. I think I am going to go ahead and we'll let it run out. Once it runs out, we'll go ahead and pick this guy up. And then we're going to take this and basically build one off the other direction, so we'll have two of them. And then we'll get rid of that guy up there. Guess we could probably start doing this. Right? No, because yeah, that would go there. That would go there, like that. I don't want to put that in yet. I don't have enough for those yet. Right, I'm done. I'm done. Just go away. Get all this picked up. All right, all that is picked up now. Make another one of those guys there, right? And then that one should be there. So this guy can go like this, right? This guy can go like here. Then like go there like that. Okay. This guy can go here and here. Here we have that guy there, that guy there. These guys can go there. You can go there and there. You can go here. See, those guys can go there like that. Here, 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 and here. Give all of you beans. Alright, so everybody gets beans there. And then once we do all those, that guy can get beans again. Right, so everybody's got beans. And then this guy can go in like this. And then those will go bloop, bloop, bloop. And then that gives us, those guys are going to start getting cut up. And then we will just slightly faster now. Just a little bit faster. So the trick here is to try to get some sort of semblance here to try to dig down as fast as we can. I want to say the height as it digs down, that's what gives us our bits to be able to open things. So all these guys, and these I probably could have done a little bit better job of spacing these out. Because like this one can power those three, this one could have powered these three, and then so I could get rid of these and just put in one in the middle. What we'll do is we'll let them run out, and then we can move those, and that way we have slightly less, and then yeah, because that's right, because in the center these guys don't need gems, so since those guys don't need gems, that's why I can space it out weird like that. And these all need to be filled. All right, so this has gone well. Let's see. So we're at 25. We're at 9 there. All right, so that's good. I'm glad that's burning with gas. I did go ahead and update it. These guys here, the extra guy here, and the upgraded thing here for the deconstruction. So we kind of have those guys made. We don't have destabilizers. I don't know. The destabilizers, I don't know. They seem like they're good, but I don't know if you need to have like everything to be able to do them. They get a little bit weird. So really, all we're doing at this point is just kind of watching these guys and making sure that we can kind of get keep these powered, and then as long as we can keep the silos powered, then we can keep this thing running basically as fast as it can and get down to depth fairly quickly. And then we're going to start seeing the greens are going to start getting a little bit better. I think really what we need to do is figure out what the next thing is. And like the one that was up here, we could have used that one and kept digging, but we're twice as deep as it was. Because I think it was like 15 on the deepest one, and we've already passed that in like a couple of minutes. Now, is this the most efficient one? I don't know. Probably not. I'm sure there's a lot better ones. I know eventually we're going to get better things. I know there's a bunch of people that have spent a lot of time on the internet that have basically figured out every little thing that you could do. I think this thing may be a bit loud. Let me see. Let's see. Let me turn down the sound a little bit. All right. Um, it's getting a bit loud over here. So is this the most efficient thing that I've ever done? Probably not. Could it be better? Probably, definitely. But for something that I threw together out of my brain and kind of got it to work, um, I'm happy with it. What we'll end up doing is waiting for a little bit. Once we kind of get some more stuff opened, we'll look at trying to redo it again. But as for now, I think we're okay. Just kind of watching it for a minute. But we're up to 3,000 now. See, and this one's at 17. There you go, slowly running out. And that will happen from time to time. Just kind of keep an eye on it and just play whack-a-mole, right? Keeping those inserters full, keeping the destabilizers full. And the thing is that the inserting the hell gems is basically going to help us destabilize them faster, because with the destabilizers kind of across from them, and then all the entropies, we're able to get through it fairly quickly. So that means this guy over here should probably be next. Right, pick that guy up. Just thinking about it. Slowly going. So, and it's unfortunately some of the game is just this thing. You get kind of this good thing going, and then you're just gonna kind of watch it until it kind of figures out something more for you to do. And then we'll just kind of let it run for a bit. I'm gonna let these guys. That guy is not. Oh, yeah, that's probably because it's only feeding that one. So they're basically these outside ones. If they're feeding these inside ones hardly feed anything. These things may never run out. Uh, it's fine. You know what? It's there. Fine. We'll do that. We'll put one there and put one there. And there you go. Fill that in. All right, fine. There. It was bothering me. All right, so that should give those three. These should have those three. So we should be a lot more efficient there. So these should all be going still fairly quickly. We're at depth. We're at 34. Those guys are catching up. Now they do overlap a little bit. There's a block here in the center that they can both they fight over who puts it in there, but it ultimately it's all right. Oh, let's get that back going. Can't have that run out. We need those. Oh, that may have been why it slowed down too. Because there's not a hell gem in there, the destabilizers don't work on them. But it is going. So I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead pause it or pause the video for a second, at least the recording, until we kind of get caught into something more fun, and then we'll be back. Talk to you in a minute. Okay, we're back. Looks like we're at just over 6,000 meters, and we're starting to get these guys here. So we're starting to get the chromite. I haven't received chromite yet. I think chromite's probably about 7,000. So we're slowly getting down there. But we did open and store 32 chromites, prevent their fusion consumes a hell gem, right? So we'll end up having to build some of those. And that's going to be a good. Now I'm remembering that the chromites you have to, if you leave them out, they break down. Consumes adjacent broken resources. Releases everything in an additional bonus. Okay, so that's another thing. Really hell by uh, oscillation frequencies can only be one. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so basically we're trying to get to the entropy capacitor crushes sources the moment they appear on the surface with 60% power, but just once per cube. Requires 8 chromalites to operate. And then this guy here crushes resources 3 times faster, requires Chromalite to operate. So we'll end up needing to get into Chromalite. Let's see, active channel cooler. So we'll be able to upgrade these coolers to the other guys eventually. So we just need to get to far enough down here to be able to. We're starting to get Chromalite now. Yeah, and I think what's happening is I want to say the Chromalite, if it waits too long, I think it goes away. So we have this weird thing where we have to get it fast enough to be able to store it. Um, so what we'll end up doing is I'm going to find a spot up here, and then let's go ahead and let's make sure all these things are powered. And then what we'll do is we're going to come up here. We're going to put us an underground silo down. We're going to go ahead and power that bad boy. And what we need to do is try to get this thing up high enough so that we can actually get enough of these to actually function. So we're at 64, and it's just going to take me a bit of time to get enough of them. Once I can build a containment facility, and that will allow us to hopefully be able to keep that thing going. It's this is one of those things like it takes you a bit, and as you see, it kind of goes up a little bit, comes down a little bit. Maybe if we get lucky, we can build one. But we're gonna have to be fairly quick at it, and then we may actually end up needing to have these guys get where they'll start picking them up too. Um, and then once we can get enough chromalite, then we can kind of start doing things with it. But it's just gonna take me a bit. So what I'll do is I'm gonna let this thing kind of build up a little bit. I'm gonna work on trying to build some containment vessels. Once I can get the containment vessels built, I will be back. All right, so I got the first one kind of built here. We're gonna go ahead and build another one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly start building these guys in, and what it does is it allows us to hold. Each one of these is gonna hold 32 chromalites, and then as we start gathering them here, instead of them being instantly destroyed, it allows us to build a platform here, and then allows us to kind of keep them contained in there, and allows us to keep building these things. Obviously, the more of these that we have, the more of them that we need to build. And then what we'll end up having to do is build probably several of these, especially for like this one needs like 256. That one needs 2,000 to be able to build that guy. Um, so as we go up here, and then like 128, 64, right? So as we look at some of these things, it's going to take us a while to kind of get them, but we will keep adding them. And then where'd it go? There's this guy, another containment facility, right? So we're basically just putting all the points that we can in containment facilities, so that way we stop losing the ones that are being made over here. And you'll see every once in a while you'll see one pop up there. So we just yeah, there it is. There's another one. So as we're going through it and we're getting those, it allows us to build these a little bit faster. So now that should give us like 96 of them, right? So we still don't have enough to kind of do anything. And then in order to get to this number here, we're probably need several of these, right? So because basically 3 of them, we can only do 8. So 8. So that's what 30. Each one of these holds 32. So 8 times 3 would be 24 plus 16. So what, 256, right? So in order to get to this number, I'm going to need like 4 of these things basically completely built to be able to get to that high of a number. So that's going to take me a little bit of time to get to that number. Now we are down to almost 7,000 meters. I think the chromalite was supposed to be about 7,000. So obviously you'll see a little bit more as we creep up to that number. And then these guys here will start to, once they kind of hit, they're starting to hit that 6,000 number, 60, 63. So we kind of hit that 63 number. You'll start to see, our 65. These guys will start, and then as we get those, we're starting to get more and more of them, and then we can just start building more. Unfortunately, yeah, as we do this, that we're going to need more and more and more as we build these. It's going to get cost prohibitive very soon. So we need to keep an eye on it. Like some of the other ones, we should be okay with the other numbers for now. But yeah, so we're just kind of doing what we can, and then just kind of maintaining where we can. We're up to 49. That needs 46. I'll just keep adding them, and then kind of keep an eye on these. Once these things kind of run down, we kind of make a decision of whether or not we want to start another one, and we'll just kind of let them keep going. So we should be. See, consumes adjacent broken resources. Can release signal overseas or consume 60. I don't understand what it means by broken resources. Okay. So consumes adjacent broken resources. After accumulating resources, additional resources amount bonus each second releasing up to 100%. No resource. 60%. So I think we need to put these guys in here. So the trick is these things were kind of I may be able to go in and put it like replace these guys. Like I may be able to redo the entropy resonators on the inside here and replace those with the catalytic refinery. Because I might be able to get away with that because I think this one will do that one, this one will do that one, this one will do those three. So they'll all do three. So if we can probably replace the inside ones with those, and that'll be all right. And then so I think that's where that thing goes is in the middle. It's just trying to figure out how this thing builds and how it works and stuff like that. So, doo, 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 doo. But with all of that, we should be okay. That one does 2, that one does 3. Okay, yeah, so we're completely covered. But in order to get one of these, well, the first one's going to be 256, and it's just going to kind of slowly go up from there. It just says it consumes, so I don't even know if it needs them, if it needs to be fed or not. We'll find out. We will find. Oop, that one ran out. Let's get that one refilled. Need 78 of those now. But at least now we're not losing these things nearly as fast, right? It basically it's going to be slower, but as it slowly keeps adding them, and as these things get deeper, we should start getting more of them. Do, 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 do. Get one more of them, and then we'll start. As soon as we get these things, this one built, we're going to build another one right next to it. All right, I'm going to be back when I get some more of these built, and then we will talk to y'all then. All right, so we're slowly making progress here. So we got a couple of these things going on. I don't know if they seem to be working okay. We're slowly working on trying to get these things. This thing is just. Uh, so the problem is that like so what happens is this thing runs out. This thing dies in here. So if I do that, I have to like click on it, and then once I click on it, then it like figures it out and starts ripping it apart again. So I can do the same thing like over here, right? Here, like this. So like they'll do them and they'll take them apart fairly quickly. But I think I'm gonna have to come up with a slightly better design because I think I need to keep a couple of these guys, the lower ones in here, just so that they constantly do it. Because in the other, but I think we're okay. And oh, there's a couple of those. Those will help. I ran out of the Charlites. I couldn't make a bunch of these because we ran out of those, and that slows you down. But this stuff is moving along fairly quickly. We'll upgrade this one here in a second, and then changing these to the Cadillac refinery. Those are it's a little it's a special upgrade process. Some of the upgrades are better than others. All right, so we're almost good to that one. And then, so what will end up happening is, so we got this guy here. So we'll drop him in, right? So now the problem is like these guys now aren't. Oh, let's get those guys going. These guys going, but it can only hit it like one time. So if it doesn't kill it the first time, then I have to like kind of click on it and get it started. Once it's started, they'll break fairly quickly, and then we're okay. But this poor guy here, it's being abused. It is quite the process. But we're moving quite a bit faster there. We get that Cadillac refinery. We need 369 of those. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I'm still turning the red ones back in. So I'm turning the beta piling into the Chromalit still. Trying to keep that thing going. The ones on the end down here, yeah. So they're kind of taking their thing back and forth. Every once in a while, oh yeah, that broke. So see, and it broke. So since it broke, now these guys can't work. So I have to go through. So I don't know if it's worth upgrading to those, or if I should just go back to these guys here. I can't downgrade them. All right. So if I do queue like this, get rid of that guy, and that guy like that, and then we'll do like that. So those should be a little bit better. It's going to take me a little bit longer to get them kind of knocked down, but it won't break. And that was a problem, is they were breaking. So we'll just, these guys, upgrade it like that. Alright, so those are all good there. And then we'll get another, this guy here. So we need 369 of those. But those should all be going up. Nope, that this died. 79. What are you at? You're at 85. Oh, you died. So we're the whack-a-mole game is it's definitely starting to kick up here. And then you see even now it's taking a little bit of time. Like we're able to keep these things knocked down faster than these guys can build them. So we'll go back up here to the cooling guy here. We're gonna go put you in there. And I always like this. It always, to me, it kind of it's very like motherboard computer type buildings. So it's a cool process. So we'll keep that guy going. We'll get a little bit more cooling. Actually, no, only that cooler isn't gonna work on that. No, wait, no, it does work because those are what I'm actually trying to cool. So I'll be all right. So we almost got another one. Get that guy, drop him in there, and then now we're back. Now they're back almost immediately. So you can see the difference between just upgrading the cooler of how fast these things will grow back versus how fast these are growing. So it's just trying to dig further down, trying to get further and further and further into it. I think the next thing we just need to get further down. Need to get more of these resources because at some point we're going to start running into problems where we don't have the ability to do that stuff. Now these things should be giving us that bonus, and as they go, the kind of the longer they run, the better they get. We just got to keep them running. And that whole 16 seconds in between, like, yeah, so that those things dying like that can cause that thing to be reset. We don't want that. All right, where is this stupid thing at? Come on. Nope. There you are. All right, so we need 369 of those. Slowly working towards it. So we'll go ahead and we'll replace this guy here when we can. And then we'll put these two guys down here too. Probably should have put these down here first. Because they this side already has the refineries on it. And then once I get all those done up here, then we'll start working on the ones down here and get these upgraded also. Just waiting for that. Do have enough to build another one of these guys. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go queue here. I'm going to go remove that guy. It's going to get mad. It's going to drop a thing in there for me. We don't want to do that. And then what we're going to do is we pick this guy up and we're going to hover it over it. And then we're just going to left click and hold. And then it will place it down for us. So we basically have to do that while this thing is running. We have to basically pop them out like that. Oh, that guy's mad. Just playing whack-a-mole trying to keep them down. It is a lot. It is a mess. Active coolers are 155, so we'll work on getting those down here, and then start working on getting the other side. Now we do need to have this guy to make sure it's still kind of running, because we need to change the beta palatine into the charnite, and it's just going to take me a while to get enough to be able to do more of these. Nope. You go back down. Alright, so those are good. Active cooler 155. Wish there was some way I could look and they would tell me how much. Because obviously they're all happy, right? They're all pretty much. But I don't know if it's just this thing. So we're up to 17, 19. And I don't know, because it needs 1,000 blocks to be able to trigger it. But because this thing is only coming from here, it does not show me what these things are outputting. And it'd be nice to know what they were doing. Let's see, we'll do active cooler down here. Need to get to 171. Nope. Other those. Oh, that was a bunch of those. We need to put those down fairly quickly. So basically what happened was we grabbed one of those spots, and when you grab that spot like that, you kind of need to be able to get those put down in a fairly rapid pace, because they're going to start to disintegrate. So we need to get back where these things are full. That center one needs to be stronger. So, but we'll get these guys put on here, and then once we get those put in, then we'll work on putting these guys on the inside. Looks like those things may have triggered. Not sure. I'm hoping that I'm using those things the right way. At least from reading it, it makes it seems like that's where you want to have it. We'll go ahead and put some more of these guys down. Kind of keep the silos kind of pressed down, because that keeps all this stuff working. If the silo ever stops being able to build, because that's the trick, is we don't want these things to stop working, because as soon as they stop working, we lose the bonus. Much better to keep the bonus up there. Hit that guy there and there. Alright, so now all those are built, and then we can go back to looking at these refineries, and then replacing these on the inside with those. That one in the center, man, it just it is used because it's got both of these guys and then those four hell gem inserters. Those things are going. Gotta keep it. Nope, this guy stopped. Maybe. Oh, you're going. Okay, they're still going. Just got to keep these things kind of being used so that we can try to get enough Charnite to be able to do things with it. Is it bad I want to put another silo next to these silos to keep them going? Uh, Alright, so we got that guy. So what we'll do is we'll go Q, we'll get rid of him, put this guy in, left click and hold, and then it drops that catalytic converter in for us. And then we're up to 440. I think 440 is about our limit. And then that, unfortunately, we need a bunch more of the Charnite in order to be able to do it. I may end up having to build another one of these things. Just to be able to get enough of that thing going. So we can do that. And then process that. And that'll get another one of those things going. So we're trying to convert these into the Charnite as quickly as we can. Because we need a lot of it. Yeah, because we need 270,000 of it. It's bad that, like, that is our limiting resource right now. Like, even this, we need 700,000 of it for each one of these. And I need that because I just can't, I can't get enough to be able to build the things I need to because I'm just running out of it. It's crazy. But yeah, so what are we at? We're at 10,000 meters on that one, 9,800 on that one, 92 and 92 on that one. So for the most part, we're able to we're able to you know, be a dwarf and definitely dig a hole. So, and we just at this point we need that stuff. And unfortunately we need the it's the Charnite. That's what's killing us right now. I may be able to even do a third one of these. Just, yep, just keep going. Trying to get enough Charnite to be able to do what we need to do. Get back down you go. Do 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 do. Little purple guy down here. So it is. It's definitely definitely working correctly, and we are doing okay with that. All right, so let me do that. So we got enough to do one of those. We need 531. The problem is we're getting to a point now where we almost can't get up there. Because we're above it, the stuff starts to break down, and when it breaks down, it's hard to maintain it and stay above. We need more of these, but in order to get those, we need more of the Charlite, and that is a problem. And then this guy here, like I'm putting it, yeah, that cuts my Charnite in half. I don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. Because right now we're hitting this wall, right? So we basically need these things to be built and try to get that up higher so that we can get this up higher. And then once we can get those up higher, then we can kind of. There you go. There's another one. And then we need 900,000. Now the other option would be to go build. Let's see if we go. Yeah, so we can do an extracting channel, just a regular one. And that would allow me to just put an extracting channel down, and then just kind of pull those guys off of it. Because this, if I did this, right, and then I did a pump station there, right, and then we'll do, yeah, I don't even have enough of them to do it that. Is if we do, yeah, so oh, that's okay, that's a lot more there. So if I do this guy here, this guy here like this, right? Oh, this guy needs to be moved back. Like this. Oh, I want to do this guy here, there. Now, unfortunately, this is going to kind of blow through fairly quickly, right? But that will at least get us some of these. And of course, using 243,000 of them to do that probably wasn't the best option to do that with, but that's fine. It's fine. Go ahead, fill that guy back up. Those guys will all keep going. Nobody there's. Unfortunately, this one I think is gonna just kind of be there forever. Is this can only kind of do the 3 over here. Like if I did another one over here, you kind of get away with it. All right. So there's that. Let me go down here and see. Oh yeah, this is the bad one because what ends up happening is it gets a hell gem on it, but it doesn't have the hell gem destabilizer. So I literally just have to sit here and click on it for a bit and then try to get it um, this thing placed before it figures out that what I've done. There it goes. All right, so that thing's placed there. We can get these things filled back in. All right, and then that needs 2048 of those. That's going to be a minute. Excuse me. All right. So, but like even this thing, this is already at 120 meters. So that's trying to, I can get a little bit there, but kind of have to choose our battles. Get that guy out of there. We'll get this guy put in. All right, so now we have those guys in. We have that is all running. All right, get all these guys built. Slowly, yeah. Now the problem is now you see the beta priling is starting to lower. We're definitely putting a dent in it. So what will end up happening is we'll have to stop these guys. We built too much. We built too much. All right, so yeah, we need 930K of those. And what we could actually do is kind of cheese this a little bit. All right, so this guy is all going. Okay, give me that. Let's get that guy going. I think these may need just the green ones. So it may be worth getting a green. Well, I gotta be careful because if I do, it's gonna try to rebuild these two. I don't need it to do those right now. Right, that guy is good there. We're up to 11,200 on those. So I'm gonna let this thing run for a little bit, and we'll see where we get to next. We'll watch in a few. All right, so we're still going back in. I reset these to try to get more of the Charnite. So those are only at 6,000 now. This guy appears right at 17,000 meters. Getting closer. Kind of doing that. I've gotten these guys kind of filled in. I grabbed one of the little the Chromalit little things that popped up, and I was able to go ahead and get this guy put in. So we have that guy in now. We have these are all kind of going fairly well. Kind of keeping everything pressed down and moving through. So that should be coming up to, I think 17,000 should be the next thing that we get. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. And I kind of looked up a thing online too. It says that 17,000 should be the next thing. Okay, we're gonna get this guy here. A few of those in, and then the problem is if I don't build those, something to do with those quickly, like they'll go away. And then, but for the most part, everything is kind of there. We're just waiting for the next resource to kind of come through. And that's at 17,040. Maybe it wasn't 17,000. So I'm going to let it kind of build. And for now, we're just going to kind of let this guy do what it's doing. We're going to go ahead and get those in, and we're gonna call it a day for now. If y'all like these videos, you want to keep seeing more of them, please consider throwing a like on it. If you have a question, a comment, a concern, you can leave that down below. And if you're not subscribed and you would like to be, there's a button for that too. You guys be safe. We'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.